We've now been joined pitchside by Jack Grealish. Jack, these are the nights in an England shirt you want to be involved in, right?
Yeah, no, of course. You know, it was a brilliant night. We prepared well for it. There was a lot of talk in the camp, you know, from the players and the manager saying, don't underestimate these. You know, they're a good side. And I think we just went out there, you know, from the first whistle. We just felt like the crowd. We just said it in there that the crowd were just so behind us tonight. And you know, when you've got so many players in the starting 11 that are just at the peak of their game, really, you know, like Rashi and Harry, the front three especially, but then even like, you know, Stonesy, Trent, and you know, I could go for a lot of people, but yeah, it was a brilliant night.
Jack, is it time for us now? I'm looking at this team, and I've watched England for many years, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, wow, like these you boys look like you put it all together. Come Germany next summer, is it time? The boys will be confident, right?
Yeah, definitely. Listen, I'd say now if I was a bit like, you know, it's still 50-50, but I think, you know, in our heads we have to go there trying to win. You know, we've come close twice, but like I just said then, you know, when you actually look at all the players in the squad and especially the starting 11, everyone's just in their prime or just in top form. And I think, you know, it showed. You know, we've come into this camp and it could have been hard. You know, we've obviously the City lads. You know, we've obviously just come off you know, a strong few days, and obviously all the lads have just had 2 weeks off or whatever. So you know, we could have come in like last summer, for example. You know, we had 4 games and I can't remember the results, but the last game, especially against Hungary, I think it was 4-0 or 4-1 or something. And we've come here, you know, and won, what was it, 7-0 and 4-0, was it? Yeah. So yeah, no, it's been a great camp, and I think for a lot of us, you know, the perfect way to end the season.
What about you personally, Jack, in terms of your own game? Obviously, City have gone out and bought you for a lot of money on the back of your form from Villa, but it seems to me this season your consistency and your game's gone to a new level. Can you give us some kind of insight into the work Pep's done with you and Garrett's done with you in terms of the 1v1? What have they been saying to you?
Do you know what? Thierry Henry asked me a question after the final, and I was like, I hadn't actually been asked it before. He was like, what has changed? And I was like, there was a time after the World Cup, and I was sitting there and I was thinking, there's so many people that have put a lot of, you know, like the likes of Cheeky at Man City and Pep and Ferran, and they spent a lot of money on me. And I just felt like, even though we won the league last year, I just felt like I hadn't really repaid them anything, you know. And I come back from the World Cup, you know, I was training in New York and stuff, and I come back, you know, I felt fit. I felt ready to go, and then in January, you know, I had a good month getting goals and assists, and since then I've just felt a trust from the manager that I've never had before.
Is that you adapting though? Because you know, it's a big thing for a young lad to go from Aston Villa to Man City with that big expectation on you. Sometimes it does take the time, but do you feel really comfortable now? Feel like you're backing yourself more?
Yeah, I just feel like I know, like going back to City, I feel like I know what the manager wants. Like there'd be times where I was playing and I'd do something, I think, that's class, that, and then he'd be like, no, and I'd be like, oh, I thought it was like the right thing, do you know what I mean? But now I get what he wants, like certain passes, certain movements with and without the ball, and to be fair, it's different, you know, to what the manager here wants, but that's the same for everyone. I mean, you see like John, for example, like what Pep's done with him is just, it's frightening, you know, and you see him tonight, I feel like he just brings the way he's been playing for Man City to here, you know, like holding on to the ball, you know, dragging people in, little bounce passes, and I feel one of the most confident, you know, I've ever felt in my life at the moment.
So you should.
Yeah. Jack, the treble at such a young age, kind of, what do you dream of next? Is it the international honours? Like, what motivates you to just keep going?
Do you know what? I was on FaceTime to my mum the other night, and I even says to her, I says, Mum, like, I said, we won because it was the first time I'd actually properly spoke to her, you know, like after a few days and stuff. And I was on FaceTime and I was like, now, you know where you get to a point you won the treble, and I think, what's next? Like, what do it? And my mum was just like, no, you have to like go and do it again. So listen, there's always stuff there, but I'll be honest, the last weekend, that Saturday, Sunday, Monday was the best weekend of my life, honestly. Just obviously the Saturday, you know, to win the treble, it was just because at the time I just thought we'd won the Champions League, do you know what I mean? And then when you think about it, I was like, we've actually won the treble as well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable, honestly, and I know obviously some people have had a little bit to say, you know, about me obviously celebrating, but you've got to remember there was the whole team celebrating, it weren't just me.
Yeah.
Obviously there was a few videos of me and stuff, but
You just got man of the match.
first time in a while. No, but obviously there was a lot of people, do you know, and listen, at the end I went back on my camera roll on my phone and I was like, I was in pre-season last year on the 11th of July. It's now, what is it, the 19th of June?
Yeah.
Like, I've been playing for 11 and a half, nearly 12 months, so give us a break, will you? Like, I'm just enjoying myself, and we've just won the treble, which is the first time in Man City history, so I felt like it was quite deserved, personally. I don't know about you.
We've certainly
well
stuck up for you. You're human. If you can't celebrate after a treble, when can you celebrate? So massive well done.
We love it. We love it.
Congratulations, Jack. So now when you take such a success that you've had with Manchester City into this England team, that could only do good things for the international side going forward.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, I've said in so many interviews before, like, when we come here, I swear, it's like, it's weird because we're like a group of friends, you know, like, I'm not being funny, we were playing against United the other week in the FA Cup and, you know, I'm arguing with, like, Shorey and stuff on the pitch, and then we come here and we're just, like, mates, you know what I mean? And it all goes out the window because we do generally just want to succeed together, and fair play to the manager, honestly, I'm not just saying this, he's installed something brilliant into all of us, you know, to get on, like, first and foremost, like a bunch of friends, and listen, when we go back to our clubs, you know, it's all, you know, you're tunnel vision, ain't you, on your clubs, and you just want to win for your clubs. But when we do come here, honestly, it's like a group of friends playing with each other, and I think that can only be good things.
Yeah, we can absolutely see that out on the pitch as well. Look, we know you've done a lot of things this season. I wonder how your presenting skills are. Do you fancy taking us into the break?
Yeah, of course.
Go on then.
The thoughts of manager Gareth Southgate to come after the break, but before then, it's competition time, and details of how you could win a prize package worth £15,000.
I'm out.
Yeah, you are out.